Hari Om. Welcome you all to the next edition of the elective course Information Security. From this video onwards, we will be discussing Module 3. The Module 3 deals with data encryption standard, and this particular module helps you to understand the history and overview of the data encryption standard. We will also be talking about the DES structure. Then we discuss the analysis part of DES. We will also be talking about the multiple DES, which are double and triple DES. In this video, we are going to talk about the history and overview of data encryption standard. So the data encryption standard is a symmetric key algorithm for the encryption of electronic data, and it is a highly influential in the advancement of all the modern cryptography. If you have observed, in our previous videos, we talked about the symmetric key encryption process, and we have discussed the different substitution ciphers, traditional ciphers, etc. Now, all these ciphers are coming under symmetric key encipherment process. One of the standard symmetric key algorithm which is recommended by the National Institute of Standards and Technology is the data encryption standard, which is adopted by most of the cryptographic algorithms nowadays. So we will be talking about the data encryption standard here, which is a symmetric key algorithm used for the encryption and which is used in most of the modern cryptographic algorithms. And this particular algorithm is published by the National Institute of Standards and Technology, and it is a symmetric key block cipher. Please make a note of it. It is a symmetric key block cipher. We have discussed what is a stream cipher and block cipher in our previous videos, and here the DES comes under the block cipher, and it is also a symmetric key encryption process. And this is the history of data encryption standard. In 1971, IBM developed an algorithm called it Lucifer, which operates on block of 64 bits using 128-bit key. The 128 is the length of the key that is used for encrypting the different blocks of size 64 bits. And in 1973, Walter, who is an IBM researcher, refined the Lucifer algorithm and reduced the key size to 56 bits to fit on a particular chip. And this Lucifer was adopted for DES, or let me put it this way, the refined Lucifer was accepted as DES and was published in the Federal Register in March 1975 as a draft of Federal Information Processing Standard. And in 1977, the results of the Dutchman's project of IBM was adopted as the data encryption standard by NSA, National Security Agency, and which was also, as we discussed, published by National Institute of Standards and Technology, NIST. So this is the history of DES. Apart from that, we should also understand the algorithm was submitted to the National Bureau of Standards following the agency's invitation to propose a candidate for the protection of sensitive, unclassified electronic government data. And in 1976, after the consultation with NSA, the NBS eventually selected a slightly modified version called Lucifer and was accepted as DES. So that is what we have seen here. and then it was published as an official Federal Information Processing Standard for the United States in 1977. So this is a very brief history of data encryption standard which all of us must know. Now let us see the overview of data encryption standard. Right from here we will be talking about how the DES algorithm has been designed. So here if you observe, the DES is a block cipher which we have already mentioned in our previous slide, and both encryption and decryption is implemented and which is depicted in this particular figure. And if you have observed, this is the encryption process and this is the decryption process. And in the encryption process, the DES will take a 64-bit plain text and it will create a 64-bit ciphertext. And in the same way, at the decryption process, the DES will take a 64-bit ciphertext as the input and it will be creating a 64-bit plain text. And if you have observed here, both the encryption and the decryption is using a 56-bit cipher key as the security key which will be shared between the sender and the receiver. So we call this encryption process as the DES cipher, and we call the decryption process as the DES reverse cipher. So this is a very brief overview of the data encryption standard encipherment process. Now the DES works by using the same key for encrypting and decrypting a message. So both the sender and receiver must know the use of the same private key. And this DES has been superseded by more secure advanced encryption standard algorithm also. And if you take DES, it is actually an implementation of a cipher called as Feistel cipher. And this Feistel cipher uses 16 rounds Feistel structure, and here the block size is 64-bit. So the Feistel cipher algorithm is the one which is implemented as data encryption standard. And here, though the key length for the Feistel structure is a 64-bit, the DES has an effective key length of 56 bits and the 8 of the 64 bits are not used by this algorithm, and these bits function as check bits only. So the 8 bits are used as check bits, whereas the 56 bits will be used as the key for 16 different rounds of the DES structure also. And let us very briefly see what is a Feistel structure. Then we will be talking about the DES structure. So before we enter into DES structure, we are going to very briefly discuss what is Feistel structure, because the DES structure adopts Feistel cipher process. Now the Feistel cipher is a block cipher which is again developed by the IBM cryptography researcher Horst Feistel in the early 70s. And Feistel cipher is not specific scheme of a block cipher, it is just an algorithm that gives an encipherment process, and it is a design model from which many different block ciphers are derived. So most of the block ciphers nowadays which uses the DES structure has Feistel cipher as its base. And DES is just one example of Feistel cipher. So any cryptographic system which is based on Feistel cipher structure uses the same algorithm for both encryption and decryption. And this consists of number of rounds, and each round contains bit shuffling, non-linear substitutions and an exclusive OR operation. So we will be discussing in detail all these processes in our DES structure. And most symmetric encryption schemes today are based on this particular structure, and these are known as Feistel network. And the encryption process here uses the Feistel structure consisting of multiple rounds of processing of the plain text. So that is why it says 16 rounds are there in the DES. 16 rounds of Feistel structure are there, and the Feistel cipher also follows a number of rounds, and these number of rounds, in each round we will have a bit shuffling, nonlinear substitution, and an exclusive OR operation is also available. So any Feistel structure will have multiple rounds of processing of the plain text. So this is the diagrammatic representation of a Feistel structure. So if you observe, the plain text is given to round 1, and then from round 1 it goes to round 2. Like that it goes through many rounds, as many rounds as possible. Then the nth round will be producing the ciphertext block. So the plain text block will be going through many rounds to produce the ciphertext block. So that is what is mentioned here, 16 round Feistel structure. So this kind of structure is being followed by the data encryption standard also, right? And if you have observed here, the plain text block is divided into two halves, the left half and right half. And this left half and the right half, along with the key value, is given to a function called f. I repeat, the plain text block is divided into left half and the right half. And then the left half, right half, along with the key value is given to a function here. Then it is producing an intermediate value, which will be given to round 2 again with the left and right part swapped here. Then the K2 will be given to the function again, which will be producing the left and right half swapped here for the next round. So this function output and swapping produces more security for the data encryption standard here, and which will be producing the ciphertext in the nth round of the Feistel structure. So the same structure is being implemented in our data encryption standard also. So the data encryption standard is completely based on the Feistel cipher. All that is required to specify the data encryption standard is one round function, a key schedule, and initial and final permutation also. So we will be discussing in detail what is a round function, what do you mean by key generation, what do you mean by initial and final permutation, and how these are implemented in data encryption standard, etc. in our next video. Thank you.